dollar area. If we break out of that spot, then we should be alright. But also look at this trend. If we break this trend, we can push $2 points or $3 into $18-19, and then if that area 2018 holds, then good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Well, this is your boy Francis. Welcome to the Trading Success Show. What do we have here? We have a fantastic market action last week, pretty much on Friday, where all the indices pretty much decided we gotta push, except the utilities as well, that we got so many reds in the utility sector, with also banks as well. Banks didn't do good in terms of on Friday's action, coupled with some of our household personal item and packaging company, including these listed names like PG, KMDB, and CLX as well. But overall, technology did good, communications did good, consumer cyclical did good, as well as the credit services side, the financial side, which is our Visa, MasterCard, and etc. Also entertainment, we're looking at Disney as well, looking good. Also, if we're looking at this as well, we're also looking at the fact that the market table also has, the industrial averages, S&P 500 index, the change for 1 week, the highs and the lows, see how they really progressed, and coupled with the 12-month change as well. So we're really doing good in terms of Dow Jones Industrial Average. Looking at the chart at this point in time, see how we've really come from far, right? We push right down into this resistance spot, which also, if we push a little further, guess where we're gonna be with the 200 moving average, right? Looking at S&P 500 upward revision by sector, you see how S&P 500 to date, we have 54% on S&P 500, but with energy taking the lead in terms of profitability, in terms of movement, upward movement, right? So followed by the information tech sector, 61%, comparing it to the previous year. So I think there's still some movement in the market to come as we continue to progress. Also, guys, we have earnings report coming in as well on Monday, which we have, this is from Earnings Whisper, right? On Monday, we pretty much have a pin duo before the market opens, and Akena as well as other coming in on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as well. Looking at Adobe as well, Carnival as well coming in, Kane as well is also coming in, guys. So it's gonna be a really interesting action this coming week. Okay, now we're looking at the SPY. Is really doing something fantastic. But before then, this is not a recommendation to buy or to sell any stock in whatsoever. We are for the purpose and business of entertainment on the stock. You might gain one or two, in this market as well, or from this video. So anyways, last week I talked about the market for the possibility of a pullback, and then basing off levels into what? Into a very solid movement. And now we're looking at the trend break. So we broke the trend into the 200 moving average. Guys, this is where we're gonna have the institution coming into the market. As the market begin to regain the 200 moving average level, which is this green line right here, you're gonna see how other stocks is gonna be coming by and pushing through the 200 moving average. That is where institutions tends to buy their stock. Now last week I talked about the market. If the market can push through 50 exponential moving average. We're going to push through 200 moving average. We close right above it, and now we're expecting some momentum to the upside. Don't forget, guys, there is always a retest. If a stock or trend or whatever you're looking at break that particular trend, it tends to pull back to retest it. Also bear that in mind when you're picking your stocks. Okay, so that is what you need to watch for. QQQ as well, we're looking at that as well. Right now we're at the 50 exponential moving average. So our headwind where we're going to be looking at is going to be the 200 moving average as well. Now let's get into the stocks. Well, the first stock we're going to be looking at here is as simple as Facebook. Okay, Facebook is the first one, which is Meta Platforms. Right now we just coming from the bottom, which I call the boom boom play or the bottom bounce play, BB play. Right, so right now the 220 is where you're going to keep an eye on. If the market doesn't really pull back, then you're going to be looking for Facebook to break through 220. 220 is the resistance for now. If we break that, we're going to have some mini resistance around 230, then next 240, 250. So keep an eye out on Facebook. Apple is another one, guys. Okay, I got me some Apple when we really did pull back into the 150 area, but I didn't get some until the 152, 152.50, 153, because I'm anticipating a break through the 200 moving average as I see momentum comes into the market. So this is what happened, and we just push through the 20 exponential moving average, also push through the 50 exponential moving average. But guess what? We are holding a 50 exponential moving average hostage at this point in time. If price can really push and the market comes into momentum driven upward movement, then we're going to be looking for more to the upside into 167.50 on Apple. So keep an eye out on Apple as well. Google, this is another one to keep an eye out on as well. So at this point we have Google, Google, right? Right now Google is actually breaking this spot, which is our downtrend, you see. So I do expect that if price really break this area, we will at some point pull back to retest that spot. We don't know when yet, but we have to keep an eye out of this. Just keep an eye on this 200 moving average. If it really breaks and hold and reclaim that spot, I think we can continue to move to the upside. See how we couldn't at this point, right? We just couldn't break through, all right, because it coincides with our trend. Now we're doing the same again. See if momentum can really push this stock to the upside as well. Now Amazon is another one. We just really broke the trend and never look back. Now we have this 3200 area, which will act as a support. If we reclaim that spot, then you're gonna be watching this stock to move into the 3330 area as well on that name. Looking at Micron Technology, right now we are trying to reclaim the 200 moving average. When we reclaim that spot, guys, this will continue to the movement to the upside. Continue to the upside as market favors. AMD as well. AMD, I took some calls on AMD. I took the 110 call, I took the 115 call in anticipation of a move and break above the 50 exponential moving average. If we break that area, we can really push into 125 on AMD. So keep an eye out on AMD as well. I think that stock is looking really solid. Also, we're talking about cyberspace, defense space, and all those good stuff. We have Qualcomm as well. QCOM, we right now we're working the 200 moving average. What did I say, guys? I've said 200 moving average so many freaking time, that this is a beautiful place for institutions to begin to stage in, for institutions to begin to understand where the momentum lies. So above 200 moving average, you want to see how the stock trade around that area, making sure the stock doesn't reject that spot and then boom boom to the upside. So keep an eye on QCOM as well. Also DKNG, DraftKings, this one right now, we're really holding this channel right now. So I'm anticipating a break of this area, not a fake breakout. Look at how this one really happened. This is what I call a fake breakout, because we got to the 50 exponential moving average and then bounced right back, right? So this one for me is a fake breakout. Now I'll be looking for more volume to come in anticipation of the $22 to the upside. So keep an eye out on that as well. We got a charge, right? Blink charging right now. This is a very solid area. This is a beautiful area in anticipation to push into the 200 moving average. Guess what? We always reject this trend. Always, every time, reject this trend. Now we are working that trend right now, which is the $25-26 area. If this area breaks, guys, we should be able to push right into $30 in the coming days. So keep an eye out on Blink. I don't have a position yet, but I'm thinking about picking some up, you know, no matter the size, but I'll be thinking about that. You know, cyberspace as well. We're gonna be looking at CrowdStrike, CRWD. What is that? This is a cyber company as well. Right now we're looking at the 210 area, because guess what? We just broke the 200 the $200 average area, which is what? Our fantastic looking trend. Okay, every time we get there we reject it. So now we're working it in favor of the market. So I'll be expecting this to continue to push into 220 or even 230 in the coming days. This area is a beautiful area if you're looking for, you know, I'm buying the breakout. But anyway, keep an eye out on volume as well, because the volume will be your best friend. Now, BMY, this is a Bristol Myers. Right now, Bristol Myers has been uptrending and trending or higher, right? See how we work the 200 moving average right around here, and then boom, we broke this out and rejected it, because guess what? Right here we have our resistance, okay, on this trend. Now we pull back to retest our breakout spot. Remember I talked about it a few minutes ago about retesting. So see how we retested that spot, held the 50 exponential moving average, and never look back. We never look back. Stocks only go up. Guys, that's not true. Anyways, looking at Tesla as well before we run out of time. Guys, if I cannot really post everything here, analyze them here on my Twitter account, you can always follow me on StockTweet and on Twitter as well. Of course, you can email me at tradingsuccessshow@gmail.com. Now, Tesla really did me a fantastic job, okay? Right now, Tesla, I took the 890 calls. Reason why I took that, I'm anticipating, you know, a bridge into the 50 exponential moving average, which is this red line right here, okay? So I took the first call options I took was 850. I sold that and then got the 890 calls. So that 890 calls, I took it about what, $260 or $3 or so, and I didn't get out until about, you know, 3,500, right, or 35. So that is the area at this point. So I took my position out because, you know, we got out of hand and push right into 900, right? So 900 is supposed to act as a natural resistance, right? But right now we're close right above that spot. So if this stock continue to push, then we're going to be looking at this trend right here. So keep an eye on Tesla as well. I did pick a put position, okay, not my whole position, not my whole, you know, the profit I made, but a fraction of the profit I made. I took a put position, the 850 puts, in anticipation of some form of a correction on this move. Okay, nothing against Tesla or anything. I'm just trading it as it comes. So it's a profit I made. I took a fraction out of it, and then pick up that 850 puts in anticipation of a pullback in the market, or not really in the market, but in this particular stock. So keep an eye out on this particular name. I do like it for continuation into this trend. Okay. Nvidia as well. Nvidia is another name that really blow my mind. Right now we broke trend as well, okay, which is also the 50 exponential moving average. Look at where our 200 moving average is, right? So right now we're really into resistance of 270. That is the area right now. If 265 holds and push through, then we're going to be looking at a resistance around 270. But overall, you know, we're really extended in terms of that candle, or in the 1 hour chart, looking at the 1 hour chart. So keep an eye out on that name as well. LITM is another one to keep an eye out. It's a small one, but right now we're above the $8 level, so I think we can continue to push on that name. I got a plan, right? Always, you gotta get a plan, upside or downside. Now, right now, we're looking at this, you know, filling the gap. Okay, so we filled the gap into that spot. So look for reaction around this spot. Look for volume to come in. As volume begins to come in, then we can push through right into 53.90. So keep an eye. EVBG, this one right now, I have some position on this one. This is some form of a defense as well, but at this point 20 exponential moving average is trying to reclaim that spot. I took some right around the $35 spot. Okay, $35 spot in anticipation of a BB play, bottom bounce play. So I'll be looking for more to come. This is for a long term. This is a long term play for me. Okay, Moderna as well right now. Moderna is breaking through barriers. Okay, look at that, how the trend broke, okay, into the 50 exponential moving average. See if this area reclaim. If this area reclaims, then we're going to be looking for more to the upside. 175 is going to be your support for now, in anticipation of the push into $200. So keep an eye out on Moderna in the coming days. BNTX as well. BNTX broke the trend as well into the 50 exponential moving average. Expect a support around that spot in the days to come. Fubu is another small one. Keep an eye on this one. This one, I took a big loss on this one, but guys, you know, I'm holding this for a long term, so I added to my position when we pull lower into $6. So I'll be looking for that, as well as CLOV, Wish as well. Okay. Also, we're looking at AAPL as well right now, being a really choppy move. So look for rejection around this 50 exponential moving average. If it continues to push, then your trend is going to resist around $18. Airbnb as well. Right now we have this boom candle. 200 moving average will now act as our support. So see if it reclaim that spot as well. AMC right now, I'm not really touching AMC until we break out of the $20 area. If we break out of that spot, then we should be alright. But also look at this trend. If we break this trend, we can push $2 points or $3 into $19 and then if that area 2018 holds, then you know, can expect some momentum push into 22 or 23 on AMC. Coupled with GME, okay, they reported and the stock really held up this range. So right now $80 is your support. If we can break $100, I think we can continue to push into 115 or 120 on the name. Another one to keep an eye out on is RSI. Okay, not relative strength index, like, right? So RSI is Rush Street Interactive. This one right now, I think we're looking at a break. We're breaking out right now, but $10 is going to act as our natural resistance. So keep an eye out for a move to the upside on that. DWAC is another one. We're looking at $60 in the coming days. If this area reject, which is our $75, $76 spot. JP JP Morgan is the financial side. I took some call option, 140 call option in anticipation of the break, and this damn stock didn't want to move, right? So I'm still holding it into next week in anticipation of a move. And you know, if we can break this area, we'll be looking at 145, 144, 145 in the coming days as well. Now we're also talking about GM. GM is another one right now. GM, we're looking at the 20 exponential moving average break. If we can break this area, we should be able to push right into 47. And finally, not finally, but finally, we're looking at Netflix. Netflix at this point in time, we're breaking this level, guys. Okay, so we're breaking this trend, which is also our 20 exponential moving average. So I'll be looking for $400 in the coming days. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you do, just give me a thumbs up, or just feel free to subscribe if you want, so you receive more content every weekend. Okay, thank you guys for your time, and peace and love, guys. Bye bye.